skin. I know he loves my brown skin.
I don't think you're allowed.
I don't know where mine begins.
I'm not joining in with that.
Wait, you were supposed to join in.
Well, I don't condone this.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to India Ari.
That was the shortest intro song. No,
Nobody joined in.
because our skin's not that brown, man. We got tan skin.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Brownie Shucks.
Oh my God. Nikki Blades.
Nikki Shades of Brown.
Nikki Shades. 50 Shades of Brown.
I'm Tim Chanta Brown. What's up, y'all? How are you?
Chill.
I'm real comfortable today.
I see you got the whole ass couch to
that's
yourself.
Yeah, she kicked me off the couch, y'all.
Yeah, I said, Rick's getting too close. Everybody's thinking we're together.
She said, your fingertips keep touching me, Cal.
Well, wow, we have so much to talk about.
Wait, do we want to explain why you on the couch?
Sure. Tim, would you like to lead with the reason why I'm on the couch?
Put him on blast, but we don't got to say his name.
Sure.
Because we made a lot of space for this person.
Whoa. No, we had a guest that was supposed to come and he forgot. And so we're making room for him and he's fat.
And we just didn't feel like putting everything back.
Yeah.
So we're that's it.
Yeah.
And Nikki gets to stretch.
That's right.
I mean, this is a great vibe for you.
Well, thank you. I was going to be laid out, but the way the microphone's set up, I can only go to here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Do what you do, model girl.
Thank you.
So we have so many things to talk about.
Yes.
Nikki Blaze just got back from a cruise.
She did.
You and I just got back from Vegas.
We
And there was a
did.
third thing I feel like on the last episode.
Uber.
Your amazing Uber. Let's lead with that.
Okay, we'll start with the Uber ride. I had the best Uber ride in my life from LAX to my hotel.
Okay.
Well, it started off a little shaky. The man that picks me up, he was an older gentleman. I want to say like early 70s. Came off real cranky, by the way.
Yeah, she texted me immediately. Uber driver's here, grumpy man.
Grumpy man. You know the type that pulls up, looks at you, opens the trunk automatically, stays in the front seat, and is just like, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I got it. So go get in the car. And he's like, the small talk, whatever. And he's real bland, kind of blah. Then he started asking me questions.
Older black dude, older white dude.
Black.
Okay, I just need to visualize.
Not a
right?
problem.
Mhm.
And so next thing you know, we started talking about what I do for work. And we stumbled across sports, golf. So the conversation now is progressing. He's getting looser. He's 6'6", used to play basketball. We're talking about all these things. And then all of a sudden I cough. And I've been sick for a while, or not feeling well. Let me rephrase that. But the cough is coming from a deep place. This isn't just like, it was like can you roll down the window like I'm going to die a little bit. So I cough and he goes, are you feeling okay? I was like, nah, not so well. I've been traveling a lot and I think it's finally catching up to me. He goes, did you eat? I go, actually, no, I haven't eaten yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I proceed to tell him about why I haven't eaten yet, because I had a plan. My plan this morning was to get ready. I was going to fast until I got to the airport. I was going to eat a snack on the plane because, they always got the little snacks. Then we was going to land, boom, get something to eat, would be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I get on the plane and there were no snacks on this flight.
Which is crazy.
Crazy. So I'm sitting there waiting for my bag of pretzels to come and it never comes. And also, I wanted to get a can of tomato juice and a pretzel because that's basically food.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I've grown into an appreciation for tomato and clamato in my big age.
Just to say, I was like, look, it's going to hold me over. I'll be fine. So I'm telling the Uber driver this, and I'm really upset about not getting this bag of pretzels. And he starts laughing. And this is the first time that he starts to chuckle.
Yeah.
He goes, do you like Wingstop? I said, I love Wingstop. He goes, do you want to get Wingstop? I said, absolutely, I want to get Wingstop.
That's crazy.
So my Uber driver now drives me to Wingstop.
Adorable.
And I was like, do you want anything to eat? He's like, no, it's okay. You just go in and then order your food and then we'll go. I was like, perfect. So I'm sitting and I'm waiting. He comes and checks in. He's like, how long is it going to take? I said, about 10 minutes. He says, okay. He leaves. Then he comes back and he's holding a cup from Jamba Juice and he puts it down in front of me. I said, oh, what did you get? He goes, I got you a green juice. I was like, what? He goes, you're not doing well. You have to make sure that you get your vitamins. And I was like, Thank you.
What a thoughtful man.
That's so
thoughtful man.
nice.
So then my food comes and he grabs and he brings it to the table and he was like, I have a question to ask you, and I ask everybody that gets in my ride, and you'll have some time to answer it if you decide you want to eat here. I was like, okay. He goes, if there's 3 things you could take away from this earth to make it better, what would it be? And I'm like, I feel like God is testing me right now because this is the nicest man I have ever met.
Yeah.
But so I'm sitting there, I was like, you know what? We don't have to do this now. I'm going to just take it so we can eat. So I can eat by myself. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of you because I'm starving.
Mm-hmm.
But then we proceed to go. We're having this conversation. Tell me why he also has the same last name as my dad.
Okay.
And then we were playing the connecting game and I'm like, this is so weird.
Wait, but when you told me, like, here's the thing. It's not only the last name. It's like a middle last name combo.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Same.
Okay.
Because then he's like, what are you? And I'm like, I'm a mix. I'm just mixed up all over the place. And he said his name. And I was like, you have the same last name as my dad. Then he said his full name. And he got the middle last name. I'm going, this man all of a sudden went from like cranky to like the sweetest person I've ever come across.
Mm-hmm.
Then as I'm getting out of the car, he's helping me with my bag. Have you ever felt like you wanted to hug someone? But you didn't, like, you know, but you're I get out and I was like, wow, this is the best Uber ride I have ever had in my life. Thank you so much. He goes, it will be the best Uber ride you ever have in your life. I really hope that you have a blessed day and don't forget me. And I was like, that was God.
Probably.
I was going to say, and then you call, be like, Uber, who is this man that gave me this amazing ride? And they're like, he died 15 years ago.
And then I tell Tim the story. He goes, shit, I only tipped him $5. I'm like, Tim!
Yeah, because you know, but here's what's fucked up. Here's what's fucked up, right? You know, when you call an Uber from LAX, right?
Mhm.
If you want them to pick you up at the fucking aisle, you gotta call the Uber Black.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I feel like making Nikki Blades take the shuttle to the Uber section so I could cut this Uber price in half? I was like, fuck it. Fine. Called her ass an Uber Black. So it was a difference between like a fucking, I don't know, $60 Uber and like $130 Uber. I was like, fuck it, I get her a nice Uber, right? But then it looks fucked up when you got a $130 Uber ride and you tip him $5. But I was like, I'm tipping this dude $5.
But you know what else was weird about it? That this Uber was already there. So Tim called it and it was on the other side of the crosswalk.
Yeah.
So he was already there, pulls up, and I'm like, this is the fastest Uber I've ever gotten in my life. And I
meant to be.
Yeah, but at first I was like, this is about to be. He came off cranky. You know, some people that they're like, they don't like life.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some bullshit. You already know. I'm like, I ain't gonna talk. I had my headphones in, and then he started talking to me. Then we started talking. Actually, what broke the ice is he started talking about basketball. Got upset, and he goes, you know what I really miss? I miss and one basketball. And I was like, yeah, like the professor. He goes, you're good in my book. I was like,
dang, like that?
He just was like, you already know. You know what's up. And I was like, okay. Then we just started talking about sports. And then he took me to Wingstop. And I said, oh, do we have to change the ride or anything? He's like, nah, it's okay. I go, do you do this all the time? He goes, no, I just felt like you needed something to eat and you need to take care of yourself.
He didn't pay for the wings, did he?
He did.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Is that why I got that $20 extra charge?
You get hit with a cleaning fee.
I did not eat in the car. But yeah, I was honestly
That's adorable.
so in shock. But I'll have to say the last few days I've had interactions with people over like, they're around like 70, 80. Yesterday I talked to a 97-year-old. He like randomly stopped and talked to our table while we were getting brunch. It was our girl Dana's birthday. We love Dana.
Happy birthday.
So we took her to brunch and this older guy with like a sea captain hat had a tape recorder. And he was walking around like there was this older guy, and he had music playing, like classic music playing out of a tape recorder. So yeah. So I look over, I'm like, sir, what are you playing?
Yeah.
And then he started talking to us. Next thing you know, he was putting the moves. He said, I got this dance partner, and I'll be hitting her with these 2 steps. And he had his cane and he's singing these moves. And then the people that I was with was like, damn, Nikki, you were just really nice to that random ass old guy.
He's playing his music, and then you hear, oh, you listen to a mixtape from Donald Jenkins.
Right? It's like LimeWire. But yeah, it's just been like several older people coming across my path lately. And I don't know, I've just been really compelled to be very, very friendly.
Bro,
And it's turned out amazing.
I used to live next to this super sweet 86-year-old little black granny who lived by herself, right? And she told us that when we first moved in, she was like, she was a little concerned. A lot of my neighbors told me that when we moved in, they thought we were going to have like a party house. Because, me and she had kind of like a little young couple moving to the neighborhood.
They did not know who was moving into the neighborhood.
No,
Okay.
no, because they were like, especially like with the house, they were like, oh, one of my neighbors specifically, he's like, oh man, we saw you move in. We thought you was going to have like parties up there every night. And he was like, and this is like an older black couple. He's like, but man, he's like, we go out more than y'all do.
Yo, that's more.
But my little old lady granny lived right next to me, man. She was so sweet. She lived by herself. She was 86, 87. And, I would always like help her take in her groceries and shit like that. And then it was funny because, after like a power outage, her power would go out, would come back on. And then, she would call me to be like, Tim, I don't know what's going on with my microwave. My clock keeps blinking. Can you come fix this for me? I'll go, all right, I got you. Set her little microwave clock so it stops blinking. And it was crazy when we had the affair together because I did not.
I was letting you chill because I was like, all right, about to make a joke.
All of a sudden, everything started falling apart in the house.
I was like, there's only two jokes. It's like you can make the affair joke or you can make and then rest in peace.
So I have a question for you guys.
Smash.
I already knew that answer. Next question. Do guys talk about what it's like to get old with each other? And I say this, the example is most friends that I've had, like girlfriends that I've had, we've talked about what it would be like getting old together and what that looks like. And like, oh, I just want to be old with my best friend sitting on a porch or whatever. And like, oh, I want our kids to hang out and this, that, and the third. Do you guys do it?
Not
like
in that way.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about other guys because y'all aren't other guys. So have you guys done it?
We don't do I want to. We just talk like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like it's always a joke of something like, oh yeah, when our kids are something and we're blah 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 like that. We're just making a joke, but it's no like, damn dog.
Y'all don't talk about growing old together.
If we're gonna be grown.
I have a sketch we did specifically, and I just watched it the other day, where I thought Rick died, but he just fell asleep. But while I'm holding him in my arms crying, I'm like, man, we were supposed to have kids. We were supposed to move next door. I was going to marry a black girl. You going to marry an Asian girl. People were going to be confused as to whose kids were whose kids. So that was always a joke.
Yeah.
But me and my boy, Eric, Super Ego, our homie from high school and still our homies to this day, we kind of had kids around the same time. Like his twins are a year older than Veda. So every time I take Veda to his house or they bring the twins and we have like a little play date, there's always moments where we'll be looking at them playing. We're like, damn, son, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? We're just a couple little dumbass kids in high school. Now our babies are playing together. Like, this is like movie shit. You know what I'm saying? And we always, when you're good friends with the homie, you joke about that type of shit, right? Like, oh man, imagine when our kids are playing together. Oh yeah, you better keep your son away from my daughter, ha ha ha, right? But then now it's real, and I'm like, keep both of them sons away from my. But yeah, guys do that. I think, and I tell people like this too, because like, you have your group of homies, and you kind of. You talk to different homies about different shit.
Okay.
I felt like me and Eric were always the ones in the group that we talked about more pussy shit, more like emotional stuff.
I was like, don't.
more feelings and shit like that.
Okay.
And so I think it was, it made sense that like we would talk about more emotional shit, and then oh wow, here we are with our kids playing together.
Yeah.
Look at us,
Oh, I did wonder that because I've had a lot of conversations, and I reflected. I was like, damn, I really thought I was going to grow old with a couple people.
I was just about to say, is there people right now that you're like, I wonder if you still going to be in my life?
Yes, there's one in particular. There's one friend that I have right now, and we've started kind of talking about those things. And I was like, damn, I haven't had a conversation like this with a girl, with a new friend in a long time. Because the ones that have made it to this part, we're solid. I'm already anti Nikki, but you know, it's different
Oh,
when
for some reason I was thinking you were saying
Anti,
anti.
yeah, me too.
Damn, son.
I'm already anti Nikki to these people, right? Like we've been
Mhm.
friends long enough. I've been around their kids, but I have a new friend now, and I don't know her kids, and I don't know the kind of like the other side of their life. So you're growing a friendship,
Mhm.
and then you realize like how life works and how a lot of that can change, and you start really wondering like, hey, are we going to invest into each other to
Yeah.
where I'm going to be in your life? Because it's tricky when you start introducing new people to your kids and your
Right,
family.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, that's kind of been a newer thing in my life lately.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, man, I can see why that would be tricky because, that's interesting that you say that because I feel like, you get older and you're in the dating pool and you're like, okay, is this person worth investing my time into? Because if we're not getting married, then who the fuck cares, right? But then I didn't really consider that I kind of do that with Veda, where I'm like, do I want to have play dates with this dude that I don't necessarily vibe with? Because like, I don't want this motherfucker around all the time if I don't like him. You know, so keep your little dumbass kids away too.
I feel like that's things as we grow, as we're getting older, we're vetting new people into our lives. Like, how much do we want to give to someone? And then, like, what is that moment that you decide someone's like a forever friend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Now that Veda's, I haven't really posted about it, but Veda's like in school now. You know what I'm saying? So, and I be in the, all the parents in her class kind of started a little group chat, right? And sometimes I'm like, is this person annoying or are they cool? Am I glad that Veda's not friends with their kid? I literally just reposted a meme the other day or a little cartoon of a parent talking to his kid, and he was like, make sure you play with the parents that aren't too chatty, all right?
Yeah.
Play with the kids whose parents aren't too chatty. Yeah. Because it is something where you're like, man, like, I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, me and Chia, now that we've started to go to these fucking school things and, like, meet other parents, we'll walk away from them and shit's like, God, why is everybody so weird?
They not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. We were trying to make jokes, and I'm like, ew, do I have to hang out with you?
Yeah.
That's all I can see you thinking. A group chat where you can't make inappropriate jokes.
Kills me.
You just have to mute them. Just mute the group chat, Tim. You're not allowed to respond. Leave that to Chia. Chia's the only one allowed to respond to them.
No, but I like making jokes.
And then you're going to see Veda hop in. Just ignore my dad. Just ignore my dad.
That's too funny.
My sister deals with that a lot. My nieces are older. 10, 11, and they do the whole travel sports thing. So my sister's constantly dealing with a lot of parents, and she'll come back and be like, I sit by myself in the outfield. I was like, what? She's like, I have to sit by myself in the outfield because these people are stupid. I was like, oh my God, sister, I get it. So I'll come around every once in a while. She'll be like, hey, come to a game.
Yeah.
She was like, I just need somebody that speaks the same language as me because it's so hard to connect parents, kids, school, sports.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't envy you.
People all of a sudden turn into parents, and I'm like, I be looking around like, you guys can still be like
you.
Yeah.
And
even I posted some shit the other day. I was at a playground, and all the dads that didn't know each other had like a uniform on. Costco mesh shorts, Costco V-neck t-shirt, and some like rainbow flip-flops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I the weird one?
You never know. I'm starting to think, did our parents suck? My parents didn't know my friends' parents.
Oh, facts.
Hmm.
Well, I think
There was no like, I mean, unless it was the people in your immediate neighborhood.
yeah.
But like your school friends, they didn't fucking know.
Really?
That's the thing
Nah.
too, man.
I had
like-
overprotective parents.
so they knew your friends' parents like
What?
that?
They
The
knew
fuck?
the parents or the friends. Like my parents
Both.
knew my.
No.
that's it.
My parents knew both. Also, shout out to the friends' parents that I had that helped me have a life. I had an overbearing father, and they knew because they would have to check in with my dad. My friend's parents, my dad used to call him. He was that style. My parents were, if you're going to stay over someone's house, I need the parents' number. I need this. My dad was one of those. Also, that's why nobody wanted to hang out with me.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
I wasn't staying at nobody's house, so I guess it makes sense.
But when we were, because nobody really, you don't do sleepovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, did sleepovers at the homie's house, and and my dad was cool with their parents. It was never like, they never communicated, right? I feel like nowadays technology, different apps and shit, WhatsApp, you can communicate with some parents, right? I'm in a group chat with some parents, whatever, right? But yeah, my dad was never like trying to hang out. It'd be parents in a group chat like, hey, should we all do a coffee? I'm like, oh.
I think that's also the difference between like boys and girls. My dad was 1000%. It almost felt like people dreaded me hanging out. Like they were like, damn, we're gonna have to deal with Woody. He is crazy. I had one friend, shout out Stephanie. I love you because you actually gave me a life. I remember my dad used to check my bag to see what outfits I was packing, to what I was gonna wear. But I had a backup outfit at Stephanie's house.
That's why he checked your fucking bag.
I was like, hey, Steph, Dad is about to check my bag. I already gave you the change of clothes that I got for when I come up. Cool. And like, everybody was in on it.
That means he was right.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe if he would have loosened up a bit, I wouldn't have to lie about what I was
that's a
wearing.
fair point.
No, you didn't let her finish because she still would have done it. That's the thing. You wouldn't have lied about it. He don't want you to do it.
I'll tell you this, my dad taught me how to lie. I will
on
say
accident?
No, on purpose, because I was only given one phone call.
Okay.
When I left the house, whatever plans I told them had to stay the same. You get one phone call if the plans change. So shit can happen, and I have to decide which moment am I going to use the phone call for. And if he finds out, I'm going to get in trouble anyways. My dad also told me that the difference between a minute and 30 minutes is the same because you're still in trouble. So it's my dad's fault as far as why.
Oh, I mean, if you're like a minute late or 30 minutes late?
It's the same thing. You're still in trouble.
So she was like, I'm going to be 30 then.
Right?
Yeah, right.
It's his fault.
Yeah, you interpreted everything the wrong way.
Really?
For what he wanted. He wanted you to feel like,
For the minute.
don't be a minute late. Because that's as bad as you being 30 minutes
don't
late.
come back.
She said, I got 30 minutes, y'all.
All right, see you in the morning.
Shit, I'm already in trouble. I got one phone call. It's going to be pick me up.
Oh,
Man, like she is heavy on the, no, she's not going on no sleepovers. They're just not going on no sleepovers. And I'm like, I get it, but sleepovers are so fun.
I don't trust dads now.
Yeah. Did you hear about that story with the
Uncles.
with the smoothies?
Oh, yeah.
You hear about this, dog?
I did. That
There
was fucked
this,
up.
Yes.
It's
super
fucked up.
There was this girl at a sleepover at her friend's house, right? And then the dad brought everybody these little smoothies. You know what I'm saying? And then this girl, they were kind of asking like, what's this fizzy shit on top? And dad was like, oh, I don't know. That's whatever. I don't know what he said, right? But so one girl was like, kind of hesitant about it. She didn't really finish her smoothie. And then she was like, looking like everyone fell asleep. So then she was feeling a little weird and was like, I want to go home. And then fast forward, basically, the dad had put some like sleeping shits in these smoothies. And he claims it was because he just wanted to make sure everyone just went to sleep so he wouldn't have to deal with it. But creepy shit, dog. Nah, it's fucking weird, right?
Fuck.
Yeah, very weird. He got arrested, all that. The girl ended up calling her mom, like, Mom, please
come get me.
Come get me.
That's how all that
Something is
happened.
weird, you know what I'm saying? And so like other parents came because the parents were communicating. Other parents came and
Group
grabbed their
chat.
daughters, and their daughters were like, yo, we feel weird. Like we passed out. We don't know what the fuck's going on. So, yeah.
Oh, that
fuck
parenting stuff. Scary.
Man.
Scary business.
Yeah, man, it is scary.
That's why we not in it, Rick.
Man, for real. For real. And I feel like I'm not going to get in it.
I'm starting to feel like I'm not going to
Hey,
get in it either.
hell
I'm not going to lie.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to lie. The more days pass, and I'm like, oh, this seems like a setup. So you mean to tell me you're miserable?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not happy. And you're not with the person you decided to make the thing
Ooh.
with. Huh.
Well, look,
sounds like a setup to me.
it probably doesn't help that I'm constantly griping to Rick. Okay.
Nah, it was before then, but now I'm just kind of like, nah.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, babies are beautiful.
Beautiful.
So much love.
Love them.
It's just natural love.
Yeah.
Yes.
They be funny and
Cute.
cute and all of that shit. But for like 3.5 years. Then it's like cute and also annoying.
Yeah.
Cause I gotta do all this shit and you don't understand
Mhm.
and then it's just that for a bunch of years until they don't like you.
Yeah.
And then they're gone.
Yeah. And by the time that happens, you're withered away. You can't even have fun no more.
Look, that's why, and that's literally the only reason why I'm trying to be healthy.
Mm. Yeah, so that you don't wither away
So I don't
prematurely.
wither away.
I'm gonna wait this out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get my life back.
So I can have my second whole stage.
He said that retirement home ain't ready for me.
Tell you, you should have worked out with me. Now look at you.
we could be both whole stages right now. You bugging up.
You could choose to be in the chair. I'm gonna be walking.
Like,
Catch
baby
me.
girl, I'm full silver fox now. Nah, but yeah, you know what? Hey, no, it's crazy. Like Veda loves me so much right now.
Yeah.
It's so fun. But hey, she's a little asshole too. You know what I'm saying? And
Kids are mean.
yes, and I can only imagine because we all go through that. Like, oh my God, no, leave me
Mhm.
alone,
Yeah.
God. And I'm like, oh fuck, oh, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. And it's always that question I always ask, what's the fucking balance?
Mm.
Right?
Mhm.
Because you can come down hard and cut all that shit right now,
Yeah.
but now you're the asshole parent
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't want to be around and shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
Well, what I learned is that since Veda's an Aquarius, she has very strong emotions for a short amount of time.
I love that you're doing some research.
And then she calms down. Well, people told me that from the jump.
mm,
And I don't know if it's a chicken and the egg situation, but it's kind of right.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very true because from the jump, people were like, "Yeah, Aquarius, strong emotions." But then, and I looked it up just for funsies.
Funsies.
Very very powerful emotions, and they'll kind of go away. And that's like that is
Spot
very
on.
that is very her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where she gets frustrated because she can't close her little frozen castle and want to fucking shove me and shit. You don't. That's not right. And I'm like, do not talk to daddy like that. And then she'll run away and come back and be like, sorry.
I love my nieces so much. Like, I have such a full feeling from them that it almost scares me a bit because I'm like, I love you. What happens if I make one? And I'm like, your cousin
Yeah.
would never do that.
That'd be some shit. And it'll probably be your fault.
Yeah, it's 1000% my fault. I don't know, because everybody asks. Like, everyone's like, Nikki's gonna end up single and alone.
Oh gosh.
You hit a point in life where people's like, Nikki's too picky. She has too high of standards. She's materialistic. And I'm like, okay. Like, how does this affect anyone else? But I was like, why do my standards affect you? Anyway, but I do think about how there's a lot of people that shouldn't have had kids. And then be like,
That's
you know,
facts.
there's a phase of me that shouldn't have had a kid.
Mm.
And I'm glad that I'm past that version of me that would not have been a good parent.
That's
I was, like, the only job we're supposed to have is to be the best versions of ourselves so we can give it to others.
Yeah.
And when you're not, you shouldn't be pressed to. So I don't know why everybody is in everyone else's business about their timing,
Mhm.
because I am a dope ass auntie and I pride myself on that. And I love that. Till the day there's another thing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Auntie Nikki to everybody and I love it.
Yeah.
It's like so full. Like,
That's it.
like babies are amazing.
And you guys have the most fun. That's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
I was really sad because my oldest niece, low key, like, maybe outgrowing me.
Oh.
Yeah. It happens.
I
Yeah.
know. And it made me sad. And I can only imagine when parents hit that point where their kids are a little bit like, I got it myself. You know how you talk about Veda saying she got it? My niece didn't want to stay the night at my house
Wow.
Mm.
because she just wanted to go home and she wanted to sleep in her own bed.
Oh shit.
And that was the first time I've experienced I want to go home. And I was like, whoa. Then get the hell out of my house.
Get attitude. Dilly, walk home.
Give me that candy back there.
Go away. Get Auntie back her clothes.
But that's the beauty of being auntie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is you can now be one of their little friends.
Yes, I do get to be.
Mom and dad can't.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah. Like you can transition.
Mm-hmm.
When I know now that I can cuss to my nephew, this nigga's in high school. That's fucking great.
Yes. And I love it. My second niece, Bria Sky. Bria Sky's in a cuddly phase. And Auntie wasn't feeling well when I came home from the cruise. And I went to my sister's house and I laid on the couch and my nieces walk in. I get a big, big hug. And then my niece Bria goes, all right, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to put deodorant, body spray on. Then I'm going to lay down. I'm going to cuddle you. Then I'm going to cuddle you. We're going to watch movies. It's going to be great. And I was like, I love you. I'll be waiting. Thank you. Like, they're so cool.
That's so funny.
Kids are pretty cool, man.
He's like, can't nobody say I stink when I'm invading your space.
Look,
Because my sister be on there. My sister is on my nieces. She said, put that lotion on your elbows, your knees, in between.
oh, bro, look. So Chia is
In
heavy
between
on
is
the
crazy.
lotion, and Chia has always kind of been like, on me for not lotioning all the time because I'm an ashy boy. all right?
Oh, no, ashy.
But after a while, being together, I'm like, baby, what the fuck am I gonna lotion for? You know I'm ashy.
What?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what for what?
You don't want to be rubbing your sandpaper in the bed?
I mean, yeah, but still. Also, I'm like, baby,
Baby.
for what?
Yeah.
Baby.
And so, but she also has Veda on a lotion every day
Yes.
tip, right? So Veda will come around, see my ashy nails, and be like, Daddy, you need to put lotion every day.
So who taught you this?
But nah, they're right though. I'm like, my shit's terrible.
bad.
But look, no, it's great, man. It's great. My kids are cool.
Mhm.
Even Q. Even
Don't say even.
I know.
He been cold.
No, I'm just joking. My son is the shit as well. He's great. He's so fucking cute now. But yes, and they're so smart and they're great at and Veda is being she's aware of that I need to leave the house to work sometimes now, and she's very smart. And I said that to segue into we went to Vegas for a weekend to do stand up. I ain't been to Vegas in a minute.
How was that? Side note, I'm so sad I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you on a
You were,
cruise.
oh, yeah. I was like, what was you doing again? Oh, yeah.
Nikki Blades, it was so fun.
Yeah, tell me more.
I will tell you this. I don't do stand up, you know what I'm saying? And I was nervous.
Ooh.
And it's been a long time since something had me like legitimately nervous.
Okay.
And I think that was healthy. That was good for me to do something that challenged me a little bit, because I was definitely like like the whole day before my flight, I was sitting on the couch and she would just hear me go, She's like, what? I'm like, nothing. I'm just going over these jokes. I'm just mentally preparing.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because she's rarely sees that from
Yeah.
me. You feel
Yeah.
me? Because like, yeah, I'm a very positive person, and I'm like, arguably, I don't care enough about things.
Yeah.
So for her to see me concerned was like kind of, she was like, what the fuck? Are you okay?
Yeah.
So I got there and the boys, all the homies, PD Flow, Super Ego, they had a show Friday night. They had 2 shows Friday night, 2 shows Saturday night. I told them I would only do Saturday night. And it was dope. It was so dope. Not gonna lie. Killed it the first show. I fucking killed that shit.
No, like, for real.
Not gonna lie. Second show,
Like, everybody's in the back.
Ooh, the shock. This guy.
Not so much shock. It was just like, oh, this seems like a person who's been doing it.
Got it.
It was paced
Ooh.
Yeah,
the way it was supposed to be paced.
Were you in like a zone? Was it a flow? He was almost
Yeah.
like in a flow?
Yes, because
Ooh.
even when I was in it, I was like, yo, I'm killing this. Like,
yeah.
like I knew it. And mind you, it's like my third time officially doing stand. My longest set I've ever done too was like 15 minutes. I've never done it long.
How long was this set?
Who? Oh no, that's what I'm saying. It was like the
This
15
was
minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was
yeah.
the okay.
Before that, it was like 10 and 12. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Second show, Rick says I was probably a little drunker than I could. I
Just has to drink. The first show was so fucking good. The second one, it was more Tim. We're saying the same word over and over,
Yeah.
and and forgetting stuff. And he has a fucking cup on stage.
Was it
Drinking, I
still
was
good
like,
though?
It was still good.
But
still-
not.
But the people could have got Like
Yeah.
the first
Okay.
The
show
shit
people
wasn't
got.
hitting like it was the first time,
Right.
and that's not even. I can't even blame the different audience on that. It was definitely like I could feel it. You know, first time I was clean with it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Second time it was still funny, but it was more you know what I'm saying than I would prefer, and also like at one point there was a point where and I knew it was gonna be funny, but I had to lean into it. I was like, all right, I forgot my joke, so
Yeah. Like he fully forgot
Like how he
it.
forgets his lyrics.
Yeah.
yeah.
Got it.
And then some time passes and he goes, I remember it. But it worked. It worked.
worked.
on
Yeah,
stage.
yeah, but
That's good.
But I say all that to say it was a good time. Stand up is fun.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to decide if I love it enough to commit to it. You know what I'm saying? Like because here's the thing. I respect stand up comedy so much.
Mhm.
Even before I started doing anything like that, like even like YouTube shit. I just love stand up, and if I was to do it, I'd want to be willing to practice.
Right.
Really do it. You feel me? So I don't know if I necessarily want to do all that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about acting. Because more recently, there's been opportunities to be in front of the camera doing some acting stuff, but it feels very casual.
Yeah.
Then I do it, and I kind of get like how the first reaction is, like, "Wait, you
Yeah.
ever thought about this?" And I feel the exact same way as you do when it comes to it. There's something about like, shit, I have to do this right. Like you can't, but you can't disrespect it and just kind of go out there and be like, I'm acting or I'm a stand-up comedian, because people just see right through you.
Yeah. That shit definitely takes time.
Yeah.
Repetition. What I did notice about everybody, including myself, we all did the same things. The second time around, we changed shit for no reason.
Do you think it was reverting back to the comfort zone?
For me, I know for sure it was feeling like I already said this shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think like this is a different crowd. You know what I'm saying? They didn't hear it.
Yeah.
For me, it's like gotta be fresh, gotta change it, spice it.
Rick
You know what I'm
hosted, yeah.
Yeah, so I was hosting. So in between each one,
Mm-hmm.
I got to after the first show, I got to know everybody's set. So now I got jokes off of their last joke or their biggest joke or some shit like that. And then if it worked in the first show, I tried to tweak it for some reason in the second show, and it just didn't feel right. I'm like, I could have just said the same shit.
Yeah.
And it would have got a bigger, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. And you did that, Peter did that, Eric did that. And I think that's just the improv-ish type skits we used to do.
Yeah.
Because every take, we try to give you something else.
Yeah.
You know what
Try
I'm
to
saying?
step it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need to do all that.
Yeah,
Right?
especially when it hit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The shit that didn't hit, that's the ones you go and you rework or whatever. Yeah.
So how did you feel hosting?
All right, so going into it, I was chill, right? I assumed it was gonna be a lot of their fans. I had some bullet points that I knew I could hit and resonate. We get there, and it was not that crowd.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
not our fans.
It was
Wait.
like walk up people. It was older white people, some older black people, all this shit. So now I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck to say, right? So the dude comes in the back and he's like asking us what songs we want to come out to or whatever. I tell him my song. And then he comes, he's like, we're gonna stall like maybe 5 more minutes or something just to let more people fill in. So I'm like, all right, cool. He leaves, and then all of a sudden I hear my music. He never said nothing else. And it's like, shit. And I didn't think of nothing. And I just went out there and fucking blacked out and killed it.
Yeah.
I don't even remember exactly what I said, but it was good. And I was like, cool, all right, cool. And then after that, I was chilling. But walking out there, I was like, what the fuck am I going to say right now?
And I loved that it wasn't our fans, right?
Yeah.
Because a big part of the reason why I don't do stand up like that is because I don't want to be just another influencer who has their fans come and then they're gonna laugh at whatever they say.
Right.
You know, and that's because I really respect the art of the stand up shit.
Yeah.
So then when they were like, oh yeah, it's mainly walk-ins, I was like, ooh, this is this is fun now,
Yeah.
you know?
Looking and seeing an older white person laugh at some shit you just said.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, so I hit it right.
Right.
Because the young Latino next to you is laughing too.
Right.
Yeah,
You
that
hit
has,
it white.
that has to be.
He's hard on right.
You hit that hard
That's really exciting, and it's kind of cool when we're doing things in different spaces,
Mhm.
and then we come back here
Mhm.
and then share it, and then go back out and do that.
Bang.
Because now in the golf space, there's people inquiring about you guys. Tim, you want to golf? Rick, people are asking about you. There's like the clothing. There's so many things that are happening almost simultaneously. So while you guys are doing the stand-up stuff, I love stand-up and I love watching it. I will never get on stage.
Yeah.
But I really love the art of it. So I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to see you guys in your element.
Yeah.
But I do hope to eventually get you guys into the things that I'm doing now
Yeah,
outside of this.
Yeah.
We're
I mean,
down.
I'll
Yeah.
play a little tournament.
There's more than just a tournament now. Like we're doing more than
Yeah.
just I'm kind of in a yeah.
Yeah, let us know.
It'd be great.
I'm-
I don't think I'll ever do stand up though. Like my shit, I go out there, one, maybe two jokes,
Mm-hmm.
and then announce the next person. You know what I'm saying?
You like the
I just
hosting
make
position?
sure it hits and I tell them to make noise. It's just way easier. But a full set,
Do you have anything entertainment wise you do want to do?
no.
Really? So you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, look, if the businesses I do outside of this stuff were making the amount of money I want them to make, I don't think I would be on a camera at all.
At all?
Yeah. Now, do I love doing this?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not what I want.
Do you love doing this, Tim? Shut up. Pan the camera back to Rick.
Hey, you know what? Hey, no, shut up regardless, because we got dinner reservations. Thank y'all for watching another episode of the No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.